of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in that law does he meditate day and night. And he will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth his fruit in the season, and his leaf also shall not wither. And whatsoever he does shall prosper. That's how you get blessed. You do those things. Don't walk, stand, or sit with the ungodly, the sinners, or the well, you say, who are going to tell these people about God? I'm not telling you that you can't talk to these people. But what this is about is you hanging out with these people, doing the things that these people do. Yeah, you can go to the bar and talk with them about the Lord, fine. But don't you come out there
Drunk.
not knowing which way you're going and not knowing that you're outsider. Because you took part of what they were doing. So it's not telling you that. So don't say, well, I can't talk to you because you're a sinner. We're all sinners saved by grace. By grace, yes, sir.
What chapter is that?
That's Psalm number 1. Psalm number 1. And there's more to that. It tells us about what happens to the ungodly. We're going to leave that alone for today. I'm not going to talk about the ungodly. But the Lord knows the righteous. He knows when you're doing those things. And those things make you righteous when you witness to these people but not take part in what they're doing. So that's what Thanksgiving was all about. Then we went from Thanksgiving to last Sunday. Pastor Sheila introduced some of you who don't know, and to others, that we're going into the Advent season. Advent means coming, arriving. And really, Advent is preparation for the second coming of Christ. The things we do should work us toward that. We're expecting that the Lord will one day return. And we're saying we're going to be ready because the things that these candles represent, we're going to be doing things that show that we believe that he's coming and that we're ready. So the candles, now, I don't know how we got these, but the candles are basically not these colors. Just the one in the middle is white. They're purple or blue and one pink one. Now, the four corners stand for different things. Like last Sunday we lit the candle of hope. This Sunday we're lighting the candle of peace. The candle of hope is a candle of prophecy. It was a candle that Pastor Sheila lit last Sunday, and she gave us a good definition and gave us some good words on what that was all about. Now, the peace candle is the candle, the angel candle, or the Bethlehem candle. Now, when I was looking up about these candles, I thought about the first time after Jesus came, the first announcement and the first message from heaven came by angel. Now, they said one angel came to them and told them that Jesus had been born. And I got to thinking about maybe this one angel was standing there and they wouldn't have been afraid. Then I remember my grandmother had told me that she had a dream and an angel was in her bedroom. She said, I couldn't see anything but the room and the wing, and it covered the whole room. So I said, but a wing covers the whole room, that's going to be an awful huge angel.
Yeah.
I'd be scared too. So they were a little afraid. Not a little bit, they were panicking. They were ready to run. They probably, some of them did run. But the angel calmed them down. First sign of peace. Calm them down. It's going to be okay. We didn't come to do anything. We come to tell you something. And they came to tell them that Christ had been born. And they told them that he came that man might live. He came to bless them, not to hurt them, but to bless them, to be their Savior. And they started listening. And toward the end, they told she told that, I said the angel is a she, because they always make her look like a she. But she didn't have to be a she. It could have been a he, because Gabriel was a he. it could have been a he, didn't have to be a she. But we're thinking, because we see these pictures, that they're all women. They might not be. But an angel talked to him, those shepherds, and they calmed down and they began to listen. And she told them, excuse me. Ooh. She told them that Christ had come and that they were going to be blessed and they should go see him. And they wanted to go see him. And as a part of the Advent, that angel is part of it. She is the second candle, or he is the second candle. He is a candle that is the Bethlehem candle. And that was because all of this was happening in Bethlehem or thereabouts. And the candle is a peace candle. And she came to tell them about peace. And the peace that she told them about was the peace that was going to be not just between man and man, but between man and God. She wanted them to know that they were included. And it's really something that when the Lord sent the angel to tell the first people about Christ coming, he did not pick the dignitaries, the governor, the CEO, the president. He picked the lowly shepherd, people like us. So don't be surprised that when Jesus comes the second time, he's going to become to people like us. Now, the first thing we're going to know is that he's going to be looking for people that are peaceful, that have been peaceful with him and peaceful with each other. He's not coming to see people who wants to say, the Lord is coming, so let's get the guns so we can kill everybody. We're going to have a war. The United States is going to be in charge of everybody, and we're going to wipe out everybody, and the Lord is just going to take us. No, he's coming for anyone who believes and trusts and has love to him all the time. And we have an opportunity to be a part of that by being peacemakers. Now, peacemakers are not people that just talk the talk, but they live the talk. They can tell you, I have a brother who can tell me everything about cooking. Everything. But he can't cook anything. I haven't seen him cook anything yet. He says, I make a mean bowl of cereal. Yeah. Pour the milk in, and he said, no, it's the way you put it in. Make it serious. But we are going to be peacemakers. We're going to be the people who have told people about the Lord coming, and we have told them in a way that they understand, and they know that there's going to be joy in him coming. Don't be afraid. The Lord tells us not to be afraid. You know, to trust in him. This is going to be all right. So they're going to come and they're going to tell us about the things that the Lord has prepared for us. But before we get to all of that, we have to get to the point where, first of all, we believe. We believe in the Lord. The reason we're not having peace today in our world is because we're not trusting the Lord to give us that peace. We're thinking that we're the ones that have to create the peace. And we're doing a real poor job of it, fellas. We're not doing a good job of showing the Lord that we understand what peace is. First of all, if we were peaceful, there would be no wars. You can't have war while you have peace. You can't have peace while you have war. It's got to be one or the other. So if we were peacemakers, we wouldn't have war. And when we really look at the wars, the most they accomplish right away is death and destruction. And because they do that, there is no peace. And you may have a little corner where you can get in and have peace, but peace is not small, it's large. It's large. If it really is effective, it's large. It takes on many things and many people. But because most of us are afraid, which won't let us be peaceful because we're always trying to hide from something, or if that's not the case, then we are part of the problem. We want the war to continue. We feel like that in order for you to know that I'm in charge, I'm big and bad, we must fight first. and I must win, and then you know that I'm in charge. It's not about being in charge. We're looking for peace. The Lord does not dwell where there is no peace. And I can guarantee you, when you see people out here in the street doing all this crazy stuff they're doing, the Lord is not there. They won't let him be there, first of all, because half of them don't believe he exists. And then if they believe he exists, they don't believe he's strong enough to do anything about it. So they're taking care of it. So as peacemakers, we have to first be sincere in wanting there to be peace. You can't go around talking about peace when you are looking to see what you can do to destroy somebody or to move them out of their place or do something hectic and nasty to them. You got to be sincere about this. You want the best for them and you want the best for yourself. So we look for people who are being sincere to be peacemakers. The Bible said that peacemakers will be the children of God. And I think, I don't know whether this is a real word my grandmother used it. I don't think God would have hellions for his children. So I don't think if you're raising a bunch of sand, you're going to be the children of God. So you're not a peacemaker 9 times out of 10. And I'm going to say 10 out of 10. You're not going to be peacemakers. But it's important that you know that people are watching us. We come in and out of these doors, and people are assuming that we are the children of God. And then when they see you on the corner of Westbrook and 6 Mile, talking about who you going to get, wait, I'll be right back. You're not a peacemaker. And they know that. So they assume, well, if you're going to be saved doing that, then I'm going to be saved too, because I'm going to do that too. We are examples. So as peacemakers, we not only have to be sincere about what we do, we have to be doers. Not just talking, yakety yak. We have to be doers. You want to see peace happen, start in your house. I know Pastor was talking about Thanksgiving. I forgot the uncle's name. What's the uncle's name? Bobo or whatever. How they keep stuff going. There's no peace in your home. Everything starts with you and your home. If you don't have peace there, you're going to go out the street. You're going to go to work. You're going to go to school. You're going to go wherever you go. And you're going to be a part of, if not the main part, of all the stuff that's going on that's not peaceful. Because your house is not peaceful. You know, you're going to have to bring that into where you are. When people see that you're that way, they're more likely to be that way too. So peace begins with you being sincere and that you don't just talk, but that you do. And the next thing is that with peace, we can't always be fault finding. Everybody hasn't had the opportunity that some of us had. There was a lady here, and I spent the better part of all the time that she was here, which was about 12 or 14 years, trying to explain to her, your father's a minister, you were raised in the church, you're like you are because of that. Some of these people don't even know what it looks like in a church. They walk in the door. Oh, this is the way a church looks. Never been. And maybe they may be 30 or 40, 50 years old. Never been there. But you want to condemn them because they don't know. And they should know by now. Look how old they are. It has nothing to do with that. If you're going to help by lifting them up and not pulling them down. So that they can take part in this and they will learn to do the things the way they should be done. And they will learn how peaceful it is in this church. You know, we can make this church kind of a war zone too. You know, it's up to us to let people know that we are here to help you, to encourage you, to love on you, and to let you know the Lord loves you. Bringing peace. You are bringing peace. Be a peacemaker. And as we go through these next few days, and you start seeing people pushing people in the store, because they can't get that doll over there in that truck, and they snatching stuff. I don't know why people go in the store this time of year. Why? You want to get hurt. It's like a war zone for a doll, for a truck. I wouldn't go. I don't have kids, maybe that's why I would go, but I wouldn't go. But if we go into the store, maybe, and we have a smile on our face, and we show the love of God, it would keep things a lot more peaceful. It can be really nasty in this world. And we don't do anything to help by hiding or taking part in all this junk that's going on. A lot of us won't tell people that we're Christians. We think that it's something to be ashamed of. But if you read the Bible, you know, if you're ashamed of the Lord, He might show you favor. You know, so. I think it's a wonderful thing. I like people to know who I am. That's one time I'll brag. I love people to know that I love the Lord and that He loves me too, and that He could love you. And as peaceful Christians, as we go through, we will get to the point where we will know that the Lord has given us peace. He has given it to us. And He tells us that we don't have to be afraid because He is watching us, He is loving us, He is taking care of us. The peace we have, there's no understanding, say, of the peace we have. You don't know what that means. It means like you got a kid that's sick, a kid that's going to jail, another one that's bad in school. You don't know where your husband is, you don't know where your wife is. Your money's crazy. And you're humming a little song, washing the dishes, and you're just enjoying yourself. Why you got peace like that? Because the Lord can give you that kind of peace. The kind of peace that supersedes anything else and makes you not worry about what other people are doing. Not worry about what the world is doing. You know that the Lord has prepared a way for you. And that if you stay on the same page that He's on, you will do fine. We have not because we ask not of the Lord. The Lord will give us the things that we need. Don't ask for stupid stuff. Please, the Lord is not a stupid God. Please don't ask Him. You need a car. I saw a car on TV the other day. This young guy had paid over $200,000 for a car. I didn't even know that cars cost that much money. What does it do? Come in the house and get you, dress you, and then take you back outside? I think not. I was like, what is that for? It was yellow. That's all I understood about it. It was a yellow car. And the young guy that had it probably was less than 30 years old. And I was like, you know, that's crazy stuff. But we are in a position in this church where we can make people understand who we are and what the Lord wants. And what He wants for us on this candidate is to be peaceful and to spread peace in His name. Amen. I got about 2 more pages. I told you. See, I fixed it so each page they can stop on each page. See, the pastor moved. Once she moved, I was like, okay, that's enough. You know what? I do want to say this, that I love you all. And you know I do. And I do like being Miss Jenkins. I tell people, my first name is Miss, my last name is Jenkins. You know I do that. But I want you all to do this. I want you all to look at that door. And when you see people, sometimes I look at you and you guys don't know it, but you're looking kind of mean. And I want to see you smile. Because if I didn't know you, I was like, well, maybe I don't want to go to that church. If you have to taste it all, put a smile on when you go out the door. Let people know that we love them and we would love to have them here with us like we have you. God bless you.
We're going to talk about that next week.
Praise the Lord.